the internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward. There's trillions of dollars parked around the world. XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over SWIFT one day?
It is clear that Bitcoin is not a security. It is clear that Bitcoin is something that retail investors want access to, that institutional investors want access to. And importantly, some of our most trusted providers who are fiduciaries or have duties of best interest want to provide this product to the retail public. So I think, as Anthony said, an approval isn't inevitable. It is clear.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of 24 Hours Crypto. Let's get right into today's video. This is not a joke. I can't believe it. I can't believe that ISDA tested XRP back in 2018. It's got to be, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be absolutely crazy. I don't think anybody has put this together. As you guys saw that intro by Clayton talking about a Bitcoin ETF is going to happen 100% basically. Look at all these individuals change their perspectives now. You're not stopping this revolution. And ladies and gentlemen, in today's video, I'm going to print you that big picture here. Why XRP is going to be $100, 100% guaranteed. It's the infrastructure behind it. And we're going to go over some video footage of a panel that took place. Take a look at this. Here's a screenshot of that panel. We're going to get into the video in a moment. But tokenized assets, the new narrative for crypto is $1 trillion+ opportunity. And they're lying to us. It is way more than $1 trillion. We're talking about a market that's going to peak above $100 trillion in our lifetime, unless you're 90 years old. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this video. And I got to bring this up. This was brought up by Cypress. But the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because I've used Broadridge within my financial career in the financial sector. I've used Broadridge for a couple of years. And for them to come out and say this, listen to this, the digital asset revolution, preparing for the next generation of financial markets. It's like what we've been saying for the past years on YouTube. Everything's changing. And now they're here making it public. Regardless of where cryptocurrency valuations head, the underlying rails will be valuable and transformative, ushering in new era of digital assets. At every financial services firm, senior leadership should be incorporating crypto into their broader company strategy. That initiative should start immediately. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, this is absolutely crazy. And the information we're going to go over with ISDA R3 XRP, it's even more crazier. Everybody's just keeping hush hush. After 2018, 19, especially after that lawsuit, Ripple kept their mouth shut on a lot of partnerships and what's going on behind the scenes, and that is all going to be made, public very, very soon. Listen to this. Digital assets are on track to transform the financial service industry. It is no longer a matter of if, but when. And just like when I say it's not a matter of if XRP is going to hit $100, it's a matter of when. So, and for all individuals that say, oh, it'll never reach 100, it'll never reach 20, or for any other coins as well. This tweet I came across. No way X and X coin can reach that price. Well, this individual put this together in 2021. KDA went from 31 cents to $28, 9,000% pump in 100 days. Solana went from 50 cents to $263. AXS went from 12 cents to $164. And we're talking about coins without utility. Stop worrying about the circulating supply for XRP. It's got nothing to do when it comes to moving value from one end to another. And before we get into the video of ISDA and Ripple and them testing XRP back in 2018, this one's going to blow your mind. But take a listen to this panel. Take a listen to her Christine Moy speaking. This is very, very powerful. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below.
Actually make sure that we know how to run this technology securely within enterprises. How do we get all of our compliance, risk, and cybersecurity teams on board and comfortable with this technology? Now, many years later, a number of traditional financial institutions have done that work, have done a lot of experimentations and proof of concepts, and have a deeper understanding of this technology than they have before. And that's why, for example, as Jason mentioned, we're sort of entering this phase where, you know, in reality, the technology should fade into the background. Like, I don't think anyone ever leads with like, I'm building a business that's like based on AWS, or like, I'm building an email-based business, like, congratulations. Like, at some point, it enables the business and it's efficient and it makes us, it enables us the ability to do more with more people around the world faster. And similarly, a digital assets infrastructure and blockchain will enable that in the context of value transfer and transactioning.
This new infrastructure is coming, and value, keep that in the back of your mind because I'm going to break that down in a moment. Now getting on to this video from ISDA. Take a listen to this little webinar that they had.
Looking at the most common scenarios, most common contractual frameworks that exist within our industry, I think the introduction of DLT to derivatives trading is unlikely to present many significant issues. And indeed, the paper does attempt to take a really practical approach and look at these issues from the perspective of two of the most common scenarios that you may see in our industry. So, looking at the first one, I think this image will seem very familiar to anybody who's any familiarity whatsoever with is the documentation. And in this example here, what this is really intending to illustrate is, parties entering into an ISDA master agreement, entering into transactions under that ISDA master agreement, and within those transactions, certain obligations, in this instance, payments, are intended to be automated, again, in this example, on the R3 Corda platform. And I think this would be relatively simple and straightforward to implement on Corda in the manner that Jason has suggested.
They're talking about R3 and Corda. And if you guys take a look at this date here, October 17th, 2018, ISDA, Common Domain, and Barclay Hackathon. So they were working on Corda, and ISDA and Ripple actually have been working on this whole derivatives market for a while now, behind the scenes. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. A couple months later, after this announcement from Corda, talking about ISDA and the Common Domain model, R3 came out and said they're launching a universal settler application to facilitate global payments on Corda, and XRP was the first settlement mechanism. So just a couple months later, okay? And then when we come onto the R3 website, we have the Corda settler, and we have the XRP network in this diagram with the Corda settlers and all communicating together. Remember, at the end of the day, you're moving value from one end to another. Corda doesn't have a currency built in to their blockchain, okay? And now this is where I'm going to break down how beneficial Corda, R3, ISDA, and Ripple XRP are going to be all working together in the future, because at the end of the day, the most liquid asset will be utilized when you're moving this value from one to another, okay? Take a listen to this little breakdown. ISDA CDM, International Swaps and Derivatives Association Common Domain Model. The ISDA CDM was developed by the International Swaps and Derivatives Association in collaboration with industry participants, including banks, financial institutions, and technology providers. It is designed to address many of the challenges and inefficiencies associated with the documentation and processing of OTC derivatives contracts, which often involve complex and manual workflows. R3 and Corda play a significant role in the implementation and adoption of ISDA CDM within the financial industry. As we go on, ISDA CDM can benefit R3, Corda, and Ripple XRP in several ways. It improves efficiency. Corda smart contracts capabilities can be leveraged to automate key aspects of derivative processing. Smart contracts can execute actions automatically when predefined conditions are met, reducing the need for manual intervention. This can lead to faster trade execution and settlement. Ripple for fast settlements. Ripple's technology, especially XRP, enables fast and near instant settlement of payments. This can be advantageous in derivatives transactions where prompt settlement is critical to managing counterparty risk and meeting contractual obligations. Ripple's cross-border solutions. Ripple's network and XRP can facilitate cross-border derivative transactions by providing efficient currency conversion and low-cost international payments. This is especially beneficial for derivatives trading involving parties in different countries. That's huge, folks. And risk reduction, transparency and trust. Corda's distributed ledger technology enhances transparency and trust amongst participants in derivatives markets. All parties have access to a shared ledger, reducing the risk of disputes and errors. And then utilizing XRP for liquidity management. XRP can be used for liquidity management in derivative transactions, ensuring that funds are available for margin and collateral requirements. That's huge, folks. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Interoperability is key. Integration flexibility. Both Corda and Ripple are designed with interoperability in mind. They can be integrated with existing financial systems, including trade repositories, clearinghouses, and regulatory reporting platforms, enhancing the overall efficiency of derivatives processing. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But at the end of the day, remember, it's the value you're moving. And in that time, what digital asset are you going to go through that's going to have an off-ramp and an on-ramp, okay, with the most highest liquid asset out there?
And the linking of market infrastructures to explore how it can support interoperability and enable the seamless flow of value.
A digital assets infrastructure and blockchain will enable that in the context of value transfer and transactioning.
We're talking about brand new financial infrastructure, okay? Just picture a crap ton of numbers, okay? Billions of transactions, trillions in dollar value on a daily basis. Remember, the FX market is about, let's just say, $8 trillion on a daily basis right now, okay? These trades being executed real time with no error rate, no errors. We're talking about non-stop, folks. Wow, just thinking about it gives me goosebumps. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate every single one of you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and we'll be back with another video.
We started building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch.
I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.